pro gameplay. We're just gonna go through this dungeon as your regular noobs, I would
not even
state
that.
it. I mean, especially this run. Later, when we switch to damage dealing roles, you will have a tank in the group that will actually be tanking correctly with the Spearmaster, showing you the pulling skills, etc. So you can see all of the correct roles. We'll have a Reaper healer, going through the motions to keep the group alive, especially during the hard mode that we run later. It can be a challenge. And in the normal mode there's not too much to heal, so me playing a healer right now is not the most interesting either, to be quite frank. But we still wanted to show both roles a bit, and then switch to, there we go, let's have some AoE healing applied here, and then let's put down the field. So we have a couple of more heals going out here, keeping the group alive, right? Healer is the most important, right? But in the normal mode it's not as critical, is what I meant to say, right? So this is normal mode where you can just add an NPC healer and theoretically run through with only DDs, damage dealers. It will work in the normal mode.
That's also what we mostly did in the
play sessions.
Play sessions. Like for normal mode, it's perfectly fine. For hard mode, you might want to use a tank.
You definitely need a tank and a healer. Hard mode, there's no chance. Not if you have the recommended gear, at least. Well, actually, we have the recommended gear for the hard mode right now, so we are a bit over geared for the normal mode as well. And let me put this on. Maybe during the boss I can actually switch to the healer view. There we go. I just put a few healing stacks on our tank. Oh no, it's not even the tank, it's Darky. He shouldn't be tanking, but he's still tanking.
Yeah, he probably has super plus equipment again.
He's
we're all on the same item level, but he always pluses and puts all the stuff in. So I need to shout a bit more. I need to actually look what I'm doing.
Let me just. You get the healer or whoever is furthest away from the boss here always gets these fields that he has to put down. Let me heal myself. Let me put the healing fairy. So the summoner has a healing fairy that you can target on a specific player, and it should heal those. Yeah, there you go. Mualu is going onto the Zerg tank. So my healing fairy now automatically heals the tank a bit, while I can focus on healing the group or whatever. Let's see, did I get any kind of loot? PvE Sealstone. Did I get it?
Yeah.
Yes, so that's enchantment material basically. Yes. So we already brought this up in a different stream, but enchanting in Swords of Legends Online is 100% successful, so there's no RNG involved in enchantment. Every time you have the materials to enchant an item, you will succeed 100% on enchanting that item. So that's really important to mention. Can you show the healing meta? I don't believe that our play session right now is ideal to show you any kind of meta.
Yeah. So even when we play the classes that we actually are experienced in, which are going to be some of the DPS classes, it will we will be able to play and finish the dungeon, but it won't be the extreme meta. Maybe not the hard mode.
Yeah. So in the hard modes, we'll go over this later in more detail, but the hard modes usually have an additional boss in comparison. An additional boss in comparison to the hard modes have an additional boss in comparison to the normal modes, which you unlock if you kill. I'm not sure if it's always killing all the monsters until then. So it's a boss that the normal mode doesn't have, and during our play sessions we did not manage to kill the additional boss because it has a higher difficulty and higher item level that it's balanced for. So maybe we can do it today. Maybe we'll just wipe again. We'll stay tuned. Darky is playing the Spearmaster
Yeah,
class.
Spearmaster. I mean, he's definitely the best experienced
Yeah, in the Spearmaster.
DPS player that we have.
Let's go down here.
Probably not only limited to the Spearmaster.
Hello. Hello. Right. I got a bit of damage there. So loot is basically everybody gets personal loot. So if you open a treasure chest, as we have just shown on the first boss, you get loot that is dropping for everybody. So everybody gets their loot dropped, so that nobody needs to roll against each other. But depending on the dungeon difficulty, you only have a certain amount of times within a week that you can get loot. So you can always enter the dungeons without any limits, but you don't always get loot if your loot timer is still running, right? There's no ninja looting in dungeons specifically, and you can also through the team settings, while they are fighting the mini boss, I can show you the team settings because I'm a healer and my fairy is healing. In the team settings you can say, okay, item collection level, the various rarities, how they are allocated, is it as needed, is it via the team leader, if it's individual. So you have a lot of different settings that you can set for yourself, or even like these settings are done through the party leader, which I'm not, so I cannot set them. But yeah. Do titles give extra stats? No, that's not a thing that I know of, at least. I say no, so definitely, but I've never seen that happen.
Yeah. Yeah, in this dungeon it's also important in all of those levels are mechanisms. Langostina did the one below, but the first time we went in a play session,
Yeah.
and probably even the second time, we forgot and needed to run around again.
Oh Jesus, I'm looking at what you are telling and I forgot to heal almost here.
You're looking at what I'm telling.
Well,
Can you see sounds?
I'm showcasing the what you are saying. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean,
Pulling all my cooldowns. Okay, we survived. But yeah, you have these mechanisms here, one in each room and one before the boss, and you need to use them all to enable the door to the first boss. Nobody, don't press F. We survived. I pressed all of the cooldowns and we made it. Well, I think I had like 2 skills left. But there's no reset scrolls in the mode. No, there's no reset scrolls. Point. Oh, get a little cutscene.
修为不弱，一身剑气，这是上好的世界材料。
Patmos gives everyone a treat if anyone dies. Nah, that's not a thing. That's not a thing.
so this is the boss where we need to jump
Yes.
again.
Alright, so let's spoil the mechanic. This boss will have a mechanic
I'm
that...
just reminding myself,
Yeah.
you know.
The very first time when you played this and it was like not translated yet, I believe.
Yeah.
We died a couple of times, yeah. But yeah, this boss has like at some point it does an ice AoE that is ongoing for like I would say half a minute roundabout, and you need to jump every couple of stacks that you get else you insta die. So. Is the reward limit per character or per count? It's per character, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, here you can see there's a message that you saw. You didn't see on my screen, but you saw on Baldi's screen.
Yes, you saw it on my screen. So this is the guide module. We will show it more in detail later. But our team leader configured it, and so we will get some hints on the screen
Yeah.
that tell us basically what we need to do or what is happening, and
Okay.
we need to figure out ourselves what we need to do.
And you can customize sound effects through that system and etc. Sword formation of the punishing star. So oh, see, now you have the. Oh, he really did a good guide already because it tells you all the time that you get ice damage and you can be prepared to jump. So yeah, this is the thing where you get stacks, and if you don't jump, you basically die. If you get, I think 8 stacks it was, something like that. Okay, let's heal our tank a bit here. There, a bit more heal for him. Let's jump.
He's randomly surfing anyway, so...
Ah, easy. Guess he won't die then. Oh, you're getting a lot of damage though. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Let's keep those up a bit. And let's trigger this one. Heal, heal, heal. Heal a bit. Alright. Can I check the chat a bit while we do this without damaging? Oh god, the alert. Oh, they hear the sound. Yeah, the sound is too low on our end. Yeah, I'm not sure that I hear the sound. I don't want to put it too loud. But yeah, the sounds are customized. The sounds are customizable, so there we go. It's again ice injury, ice injury. Can you turn off the guide? Can you, as a group player, select to say, hey, I don't want to hear this?
I don't know. I don't think so. It's maybe a checkbox somewhere.
Yeah.
To at least control it a bit.
We can confirm this. Is this beta or alpha? So this is not the client the alpha content creators had, since they had a... So in our current version we have like a big Loka update since then. We had some user interface changes, etc. So it's no longer the alpha client. I would still call it a pre-beta client, because this is still without voiceovers. So those are still work in progress. The first batch to be included. So it's an in-between thing. I would call it like an after alpha or a pre-beta client, I would say.
I think they don't even care about the loot.
What do you mean? I care about
Yeah, you did, but they just stood there.
Let's see. No. So basically what you get in these dungeons is these boxes. Yeah. Good call. Good call. Just switch to my screen. Thanks. So you get these noble boxes as drops, which are basically telling you, hey, reach the level of student, which is the max level, and keep owning your PvE skills to receive this reward, basically through dungeon drops. And if you open them, you get a item quality level 50 item fitting to your class. So basically you always get loot that is also working for your class. We can open the second one. So I got shoes and a belt. As you can see, I already have full level 50 gear, so it didn't really give me an upgrade, although gear can drop with a plus. Oh, wow. Yeah. So Baldi kinda invited me to ride on him.
Yeah. Just leaving that there, because I didn't show it between the bosses, but Zerg can transform into a wolf, and because it's fun, he can also invite someone to ride on his back.
You could have done this to me, and I could have not walked.
Yeah, that's true.
Why didn't... Wasted potential.
Wasted potential.
Alright.
Oh,
I didn't have the DPS meter on.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, we can still show it.
Yeah, you can explain it a bit now.
Yes. You can drive us to the next... no, it's different characters. Never mind. Alright, so what I forgot to activate before the fight, but you'll see it in the coming fights. There's also built-in DPS meter functionality, combat stats, and then you can activate up to 3 combat stat windows, as well as a threat meter. And basically, you can see, hey, okay, which fight do I want to view? So I say Li Xiaotang, which was the boss right now, and then decide, do I want to see the damage meter, for example? Okay, so I can see Darky, he has very well optimized gear, so he did the most damage on his Berserker. And Baldi as a Zerker tank did the least amount of damage, and I as a healer, since I never even tried to attack, have 0 damage, right? At the same time, you can also say, okay, I don't want to see damage, I want to see healing done. Then you can see, obviously, since I was the healer, I dealt the most damage. I healed our team the most. Or you can say, alright, I want to see who got most damage, who received the most damage from the boss. And obviously that was our tank, no surprises there. But you can also see who needed most healing.